Scorpion. Fight! Scorpion wins. Fight! Scorpion wins. Fatality. Fight! Scorpion wins. Fight! Scorpion wins. Fatality. Fight! Sonya wins. Fight! Scorpion wins. Fight! Sonya wins. Scorpion. Fight! Scorpion wins. Fight! Scorpion wins. Flawless victory. Test your might. Fight! Scorpion wins. Fight! Finish him. wins. Fatality. Fight! Scorpion wins. Fight! Scorpion wins. Fight! Raiden wins. Fight! Excellent. Raiden wins. Fight! Scorpion wins. Fight! Excellent. Raiden wins. Fight! Excellent. Raiden wins. Scorpion. Fight! Excellent. Scorpion wins. Fight! Raiden wins. Fight! Test your might. Fight! Excellent. Scorpion wins. Fight! Fatality. Fight! Sub-Zero wins. Fight! Sub-Zero wins. Fight! Sonya wins. Fight! Scorpion wins. Fight! Sub-Zero wins. Fight! Sonya wins. Fight! Sub-Zero wins. Liu Kang. Fight! Excellent. Wins. Fight! Excellent. wins. Fight! Scorpion wins. Fight! Scorpion wins. Fight! Sonya wins. Fight! Excellent. Scorpion wins. Fight! Excellent. Johnny Cage wins. Fight! Kano wins. Scorpion. Fight! Scorpion wins. Fight! Scorpion wins. Fatality. Test your might. Fight! Scorpion wins. Fight! Scorpion wins. Fatality. Fight! Fight! Wins. Fight! Fight! Kang wins. Fight! 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 Liu Kang wins. Fight! Liu Kang. Fight! Fight! Liu Kang. Fight! Fight! Scorpion, Liu Kang, Kano, Johnny Cage, Sub-Zero, Liu Kang. Johnny Cage, Kano, Raiden, Liu Kang.
In 1992, Mortal Kombat changed the world of video gaming forever. The use of digitized actors, compelling characters, and gruesome graphic effects all helped to create a phenomena that took arcades by storm.
A lot of people don't realize that the game was originally meant to be, a quick project. I think if Mortal Kombat did not have any blood in it, it probably wouldn't have had the kind of success it did.
Fatality.
Mortal Kombat 1 exceeded everybody's expectations. I don't think anybody was expecting it to be, to become as big as it did.
In 1993, Mortal Kombat 2 was unleashed upon a sea of bloodthirsty fans. More characters, more moves, more blood.
All the fans of the first game had high expectations for the second one.
Kung Lao, Johnny Cage, Reptile.
All eyes were on us, whereas before we kind of snuck up on everybody.
But the fans would still not be satisfied. 1995 saw the release of Mortal Kombat 3 with a diverse cast of characters, crisp graphics, and an intricate combo system.
Reality's boring. Nobody wants to pay for reality. We take everything beyond reality to the point where it's, the only way to do this is through our video game.
Mortal Kombat was unstoppable. New technology made for broad advances in video games, and Mortal Kombat took full advantage. In 1998, Kombat, now in 3D, took on a whole new dimension.
The Mortal Kombat 4 Road Tour is something that's never been done before in the video game world.
I remember these big trucks driving around with Mortal Kombat 4 logo on them.
MK4's release was again marked by controversy.
It definitely wasn't the only game with that kind of violence and blood. There were games that actually surpassed it. It was just the only game that really was, hugely popular and had the violence and blood.
MK4 would be the last version of Mortal Kombat to be released in arcades, and fans eagerly awaited the series' next chapter on home systems.
3D! The fact that it sold in the millions was really kind of like a bit of an attestament to it. I guess it's staying power, I suppose.
Feeding off the power of next-generation systems, Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance brought the franchise exclusively to home systems and expanded its mythology.
This is easily the biggest production of all the Mortal Kombat games. You could take, take the work of 3 of the previous games, put them together, and you have about what it took to make this game.
We really wanted to make sure the martial arts was authentic in Deadly Alliance. In this game we can make things look a little more real with the clavicles and neck bones that we didn't used to have in Mortal Kombat 4.
The future for Mortal Kombat? I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Now, waiting to be unleashed, Mortal Kombat Deception will deliver more of the carnage fans crave in 2004.
2 years ago, I was asked what the future of Mortal Kombat was. And at the time, I don't think I really was sure what Deception was going to be.
Mortal Kombat Deception is by far the most ambitious Mortal Kombat we've ever done.
Yeah, Ed had a master plan that, okay, this is what we're going to do, guys. Laid it all out.
Mortal Kombat Deception is probably different in what we are defining this game to be. Our goal was to really do something unexpected, and that's really along the lines of these different gameplay modes.
In Deception, I'm most excited about how many old characters we're bringing back. We're bringing back characters that people have been asking for quite a while now. But I think all the characters actually look better than ever. We learned a lot in DA.
But I think a really, really cool difference is the online experience. The online thing brings back the arcade feel. This time you're playing against a real human being. I was part of the first Mortal Kombat 1, and back then there was just 4 of us. It was 4 people that made Mortal Kombat 1 in less than a year.
Now the team is just mammoth, and it's necessary. Everybody on the team is needed.
People have no idea how much effort goes into creating a video game in this day and age.
The game now is so much deeper than back then.
This game is about a bunch of guys beating each other up, and magic and monsters, and fun, excitement.
I think Deception is a good indication of what we're going to be doing with Mortal Kombat in the future. It's kind of like the first step in many of expanding what Mortal Kombat means.
Over the last decade, Mortal Kombat has become a legend in the arena of fighting games that will be here for years to come.
Get over here!
My first impression of seeing myself in the game, I was ecstatic because I knew it was me. I thought it was just awesome.
God of Thunder and Lightning, that just kind of became what his thing was. And I think that was really kind of what inspired a lot of his special moves, was the fact that he was a god.
In real life, I am a martial arts expert. I've been doing various arts for probably 22 plus years. I'm wearing this hat. Got that on. Got that action working.
Yeah, the hat is gone. It was destroyed with one of the falls that Carlos took, and I don't think we've seen it ever since.
Do I have the hat? No, I wish I did. That's probably the one thing I wish I had. I feel really thankful to be part of the Mortal Kombat legacy, and it's changed my life incredibly.
My name's Rich DeVizio. I played Kano in Mortal Kombat 1 and Mortal Kombat 3.
We wanted to make a guy who was kind of half cyborg, half human, and so we put this metal plate on his face. Again, we bought something at a costume store and put makeup on and attached it. And the guy who played Kano, this guy Rich DeVizio, he brought it to a new level. He gave him his character. He just really became Kano in a sense.
It becomes a part of me.
When I played Kano, I actually felt that it was kind of a showcase for myself to become larger than life with this character. I really believed that I can be this guy, and it worked out very well. It's not hard for me to embrace a character and become it. One of the favorite moves that I like that Kano did was his fatality, and it goes a little something like this. Kano wins!
Sector and Cyrax were unique in that they were mechanical and they were robotic.
A funny story about Cyrax and Sector was that originally we could not think of a name for them, so Tony Goski came up with the name Ketchup and Mustard, Ketchup being Sector and Mustard being Cyrax.
Cyrax was one of the many characters portrayed by Sal DeVita. When Sal was playing Cyrax, I felt the worst for him because he had this helmet on that I remember him sweating a lot inside, and he had just unbelievable tolerance for discomfort.
The costume for Sector and Cyrax was really heavy. It was a lot of plastic armor and plastic chest plates, but then a custom-made helmet, but hot, uncomfortable, couldn't breathe, couldn't hear anything, but somehow we made it through it. It was great.
Cyrax always had a lot of cool moves, a lot of cool gadgets. His chest opens up and bombs come out, nets come out. In Deadly Alliance, he had one of my favorite fatalities with the big claw, slams the guy down.
Jade was the third in the series of characters that was derived from existing images. Jade was a female ninja type character like Melina and Katana were, and she was kind of like an evil version of Katana in a sense.
Jade is a childhood friend of Katana, which probably makes her thousands of years old, because Katana is thousands of years old. The approach we've taken with Jade in this game, in Mortal Kombat Deception, is that she's more of the stealthy ninja type of character. She's the one that sneaks around and gets information, and carries out covert activities. And I kind of like that about her. She's about getting things done, and she's very loyal.
We wanted to give her something that separated her from Katana Melina, so we gave her the staff weapon that was her weapon in Mortal Kombat 3. Not many characters had weapons in Mortal Kombat 3. That was really what we wanted to do to separate her from Katana Melina.
I believe Kenshi's name in Japanese means sword saint. His storyline from his past is that he used to travel Japan and challenge experienced swordsmen and warriors just to defeat them so he could become the best in Japan. Eventually he lets his ego get the best of him, and so Shang Tsung gets him to open up this tomb of Kenshi's ancestors, which blinds Kenshi. Shang Tsung then absorbs these warrior souls and becomes stronger, and he leaves Kenshi for dead. Kenshi then realizes what has just happened, and now he's got a vendetta against Shang Tsung. His sword that he finds there in the tomb is actually his ancestor's sword.
Fight!
You would assume he's disabled because he doesn't have certain abilities, but then we compensated it by giving him other abilities, and that kind of makes him that much more interesting of a character. So he's one of the strongest characters in Deadly Alliance, and you wouldn't think so having a character being blind. Kenshi basically has the ability to propel his opponents in various directions. Lift them up over his head and slam them on the ground, propel them behind him, push them forward. So it's really like he's a very powerful distance player where you have the ability to attack your opponent even when you're at great distances.
Fatality.
Sonya is a badass.
Carrie was easily one of the best people we've worked with in terms of actors playing the characters.
Yes, I still have the Sonya costume. Every once in a while, I'll bring it out.
I'll absolutely see Sonya again in future Mortal Kombat games.
I would love to play Sonya again.
Hello, my name is John Parrish. I am Jax!
Fatality.
Being the big guy, I was using raw strength and mental attitude. Be energetic, to be powerful, to actually portray myself as a hero, as I would look at it.
John Parrish was great to work with. He was really one of the easiest guys to work with in terms of being able to do all the moves and all of the special attacks.
I am the real Jax.
We worked with him throughout Mortal Kombat 2 and Mortal Kombat 3, and he did a lot of promotional stuff with us. It was really great.
When he first put the makeup on my arms, it took him 6 hours to do total.
Outstanding.
Actually, it feels great to be part of the Mortal Kombat legacy.
My name is John Turk, and I am Sub-Zero.
You know, the freeze move in the first Mortal Kombat really came about because I was always a big fan of kind of setting up the player for a free hit.
We walk over to the game and, you know, they're playing Mortal Kombat 3 and, you know, the kid's playing Sub-Zero and I'm standing right behind him and he doesn't even realize that the guy he's playing is right behind him.
Let's get something straight. I am not a ninja. I am Lin Kuei. Scorpion was a ninja.
My martial arts style defined the character of Sub-Zero's based on the way I move. The way I kick, the way I punch, the way I turn, the way I move my leg when I do sweeps.
Smoke originally came from our memory limitations that we've had in doing arcade games. And just as Scorpion and Sub-Zero were using this same images and getting more mileage out of them by changing the color, when we were out of memory for Mortal Kombat 2, I always liked putting in secret characters in the game at the last minute that nobody knows about. That was kind of like the origin of Smoke and Jade, where they were, you know, just kind of like the alternate colored versions of Sub-Zero and Mileena and Katana.
He had a lot of cool moves as a robot. He had this grappling hook that would come out of his chest, and just had a lot of cool moves, which made him a player favorite. We brought Smoke back for Deception just because people have been asking about him for a while now. It was funny because a lot of fans like the ninja version, a lot of fans like the robot version, so we thought it would be a good idea to bring back both.
Every one of our characters in Deception has kind of two costumes, and so for Smoke we decided we're going to have him be a normal ninja like people had seen him before in Mortal Kombat 2, and then also his Mortal Kombat 3 persona, which is kind of like the cybernetic ninja. Players can pick which one they want to play as. Mileena was created because we needed to stretch the memory in our game again. We were out of memory. We had a cool female character in Katana, and we wanted to kind of double up on that and give her, you know, special moves, make an anti-Katana in a sense. And so that's kind of where Mileena came from. And so then with Mileena, we had also introduced Baraka, so we wanted to make a tie with her because Baraka was a really bad character. So underneath the mask, Katana is really beautiful, and underneath Mileena's mask is, you know, these really nasty teeth that were originally never on the costume, but we would just kind of draw them in on her fatalities.
Mileena